Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Like I said in the first video where I explained everything about the Epstein Files and who Epstein was and how he was arrested, and the part 2, which is this video, I'm going to be calling out his close associates. Now, there were people involved in this Epstein Files because the files contain names, contain documents, contain flight logs, recordings, videos, and so many evidence that will be used to bring down a lot of people that were involved in this act. All right. Now, his number one associate was a woman we call Ghislaine Maxwell. Now, who is Ghislaine Maxwell? Ghislaine Maxwell was a British socialite and close associate of Jeffrey Epstein. Okay. Now, for decades, they had been so close, their business partners and all that. Now, but she moved in elite social circles in New York, London, and Palm Beach. Mind you, Palm Beach was where Epstein was first arrested in 2006. Okay. Now, she was the daughter of British media tycoon Robert Maxwell. Okay. Now, after Robert Maxwell's death in 1991, she relocated to the US. Okay. Now, when she relocated to the US, she became closely connected to Epstein. All right. Now, prosecutors described her as, now listen, they described her as far more than a social companion. They said she was a key participant in Epstein's trafficking scheme, which means she knew everything about Epstein's trafficking deal. Everything about the deal, she knew it, right from the plan, from the beginning to the end. She was part of it. Okay. Now, what did prosecutors say she did? Now, this is what she did. Now, during her 2021 federal trial, prosecutors argued that Maxwell helped build and sustain Epstein's abuse network between 1994 and 2004. I go again. I said during her 2021 federal trial. This was after Epstein has been arrested in 2019, and obviously her name was called. So during her trial in 2021, it was argued that Maxwell helped build and sustain Epstein's abuse network between 1994 and 2004. Okay. Now, they alleged that she recruited underage girls. She helped him get these underage girls which were sexually abused and harassed. Okay. But how did she get these girls? Now, this is the story of how Maxwell was able to recruit these teenage girls. Now, according to the story, it says some of these girls were young as 14. They were as young as 14. And they were often from financial vulnerable families that don't have much. Okay. Now, she targeted these vulnerable girls because their family didn't have much, and then she would offer them money. No, first of all, she will meet them at schools. She goes to their schools or social events. Now, when she gets there, she offers them money. But now, this money she offers them, she doesn't tell them anything sexual. She first of all tells them that we have a job for you. Then she offers them money. Okay? And due to the vulnerability of these girls, they are looking for work, they need money, they accept. Okay? And again, she promises mentorship and opportunities to these little vulnerable girls. And don't you forget, these are naive girls that do not know anything. Okay? Now, in court, they also alleged, number 2, they also alleged that she groomed victims. Okay? Now, grooming is a psychological process used to build trust and reduce resistance. So first of all, she builds trust with these girls for them to be able to trust her so that she can able to carry out her activities. Okay? Now, she acts friendly and supportive to these girls, making them feel at home. You know, she talks to them about personal issues, and she gradually introduced what am I calling it? This sexual communication to these girls. Okay, so according to the 2021 trial, this is how she was able to get these girls for Epstein. First of all, she sorts them out in their schools or social events, makes them feel close, makes them feel loved. Then gradually she introduces these sexual communications to them. Okay, now after Epstein died in 2019, look at what happened. Attention now shifted to Maxwell, because now the main culprit is dead. His case is over. Now all the attentions now shifted to Maxwell, because Maxwell was his very close associate. Okay, now look at, she was arrested in 2020 in New York in December 2021. Now a federal jury in New York convicted her of, now this is what she was convicted of. Number one, sex trafficking conspiracy, transporting a minor for illegal sexual activity. In June 2022, she was sentenced to 20 years in prison. So just some years back, 2022, that was when she was sentenced to 20 years in prison. And mind you, after she was now sentenced to 20 years in prison, some notable public names, or rather should I say some notable famous names, were mentioned in this file or in this case. Now note, I want you to note something. Being named in documents, contact books, or flight logs does not mean that a person was charged or committed a crime. Now the fact that a public name is here, or someone you know, a big celebrity or a politician's name is here, does not mean that that person actually committed a crime. You see, many of them denied wrongdoing. Many of them did deny wrongdoing. Now, some were never accused of misconduct at all. The only thing was that their name was there. Okay? Now, number one on my list of the major public figures whose names were connected to the Epstein Files. Number one, Donald Trump. Now, Donald Trump knew Epstein socially in the 1990s. All right, no charges related to the Epstein case, and he also said they had a falling out. They had a misunderstanding, so they stopped seeing each other. And the president of the United States, Donald Trump, hates when his name is being called up in the Epstein case. Okay, and note, there is no evidence or anything against Donald Trump. The only thing that connects him to this case was that in the past years, him and Epstein were somehow close, or should I say. But according to Trump, they had a falling out. Okay. Number two on my list is Bill Clinton. Yeah. Now, Bill Clinton has appeared in flight logs multiple times with Epstein. Okay. But he has denied any knowledge of illegal activity. He has denied the fact that, yes, he accepted the fact that he knows Epstein, but he also denied the fact that he doesn't know anything about any illegal activities related to Epstein. And so far so good, nothing points to Bill Clinton being involved in the sexual trafficking of these minors. All right. Now, number three is Prince Andrew. Now, Prince Andrew was accused in a civil lawsuit by Virginia, but they settled the case in 2021. They settled the case in 2022 without admitting wrongdoing. Okay, so the case has been settled, and he had no hands in these illegal sexual activities that are related to the Epstein Files. All right. Now, number four on the list, we have Bill Richardson. Bill Richardson, the former governor, and he has denied all allegations that are related to this Epstein Files. He denied everything, saying he has nothing to do with it. Now, number 5, we have George Mitchell. He's the former US senator, and he also denied all wrongdoings and allegations. He denied everything, saying that him himself too, he has nothing to do with these whole scandals. That please, they should please stop calling his name, stop relating his name to this case. Number 6, we have Chris Tucker, the popular Hollywood actor. Now, Chris Tucker appeared in flight logs in the Epstein file. Okay, it was said that his travel was related to humanitarian work and not any illegal activity. Okay, next on the list we have Kate Blanchett. Now, listen as I read this out. Now, Kate Blanchett was mentioned in unsealed documents as someone Epstein claimed to know, no allegations of misconduct. So, Epstein claims to know Kate Blanchett, and also claim Blanchett doesn't disapprove the fact that she and Epstein know each other, but there is no form of misconduct or any allegation leading her to any sexual transportation of minors. Okay, and again we have on the list the Bill Gates. Yeah, Bill Gates is a big business tycoon. Okay, now based on the investigations, Bill Gates met with Epstein several times after Epstein's 2008 conviction. Okay, now Gates later said meeting him was a big mistake. Now, after Epstein's first arrest, Bill Gates met with Epstein, and also after so many years, during when this whole thing had burst out and allegations and the arresting and some namings were done, Bill Gates said he regrets meeting Epstein after his first arrest, that he regrets everything. Okay. Now, another name on the list, we have Naomi Campbell. Okay, now she appeared in Epstein's contact book, but there are no accusations. Her name is just there. Just like I said before, the fact that your name is there doesn't mean that you did anything wrong. Okay, are you guys getting me now? Now, the last name I have here, but not the least, as investigations are still going on, is Stephen Hawking. Okay, now Stephen Hawking attended a conference in the Virgin Islands funded by Epstein. Okay, and no accusations of wrongdoing. There's no accusations on Stephen Hawking, just that his name just happened to be on the list. All right, now in conclusion of part 2 of this whole investigations, now like I said, the more the investigations is going, the more I'm going to be dropping so many analysis and so many videos on this case. All right, now many names appeared. Number 1, because they attended the same social events. Maybe if you have attended the same social events with Epstein, your name might appear in the list. Number 2, they were listed in address books. All right. Number 3, Epstein claimed to know them. So if Epstein claims to know you, somehow your name gets to appear in the list. That is how the name of Bill Gates and so many notorious names appeared there. All right. Now, if you happen to have flew with him in his jets, your name is automatically going to be in the list, just like Chris Tucker. All right. Now, only a small number of individuals were ever charged. All right. And Maxwell is the most significant conviction tied to the operation, because she's his main known associate in this whole case. All right. Now, I want you to analyze this video properly without sentiments. Drop your thoughts in the comment section down below. Hit that like button and hit that subscribe button, because from now on you are going to see me on your screens. I'm going to be on your screens every day, bringing you guys the hot gist from Hollywood, your entertainment industry, and also from politics. All right, and I'm going to see you in the next video. Peace.